Hi, I'm Matthew Chiavelli, Senior Vice President of Digital at SyFy.
And I'm Matt Romano, the Director of Emerging Platforms at SyFy Labs.
So SyFy Labs is a new initiative we have announced this week at CES, and what it's really doing is sort of burnishing our commitment to using new and existing technologies in innovative ways around our storytelling experience. So we're featuring 4 different initiatives here around our new series, The Expanse, which is a science fiction program that takes place about 200 years into the future. And we've chosen a handful of technologies to implement as supplements to the show, and we're showing them all off here in the booth. So probably the first one that's behind us is virtual reality experience. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So we created back a few months ago, back in July, we launched an app for iOS and Android, which is called Expanse VR, and it utilizes Google Cardboard headsets. And in the app are 2 virtual reality scenes that we created with show assets from the show, which allows users to explore settings and ships from the Expanse.
We worked with the visual effects supervisor of the Expanse to get the original assets they were using for the show, and then we were able to work with a third-party vendor, a Digital Domain, to actually take this and turn it into a stereoscopic 3D VR experience. We launched this with Google Cardboard in the summer, and just yesterday we announced the Samsung Gear version. So the second initiative that we're showing off here that's also new that we just announced this week is a partnership with MakerBot. MakerBot is one of the larger manufacturers of 3D printers, and so if you own or have access to a 3D printer, we now have about a dozen models that you can download freely and print yourself. And so we have everything from helmets to some of the spacecraft from the show.
And all of our models are available through Thingiverse, which is MakerBot's, say, iTunes of 3D models. And the reaction that we've gotten from fans so far has been great. And we really look forward to offering more models from additional shows as the year goes on.
The third initiative we're showing off is the Philips Hue lighting integration. So Philips makes a line of light bulbs that connect to the internet, and you can control remotely via an app or a website. And we added the ability to control Philips lighting to our SyFy Sync app about a year and a half ago with Sharknado 2, and we're now doing it for season 1 of The Expanse.
So originally it was built to provide viewers with fun facts, polls, quizzes, and some interactivity that went along with the content, but utilizing that same technology, we just kind of hijacked the events and gave it the ability to talk to the Philips Hue light bulbs. So while you're watching the show, the lights react to what you're seeing on screen. So as Matthew mentioned, we originally did it for Sharknado. So the best example is, imagine that when everybody is eaten by a shark, your lights turn red. If a storm is rolling in, all your lights flicker like lightning. And it really gives the viewer a chance to immerse them and actually bring the show into their living room to feel like they're actually in the moment that the characters are experiencing in the show.
Yeah, and what makes these really special is that we are actually making these lighting tracks by hand. So we're not doing anything where we're sort of using an algorithm to look at the colors on the television screen at the time. We're actually doing it around the content. So, if we'd use some math to figure this out, it would know the difference between a battle scene and a flight scene or something. And so because we have someone doing these by hand, effectively scoring the episode with light, it makes it a much more immersive experience. The fourth thing we're showing is that, we don't want to ignore the web, which is still, a huge part of our world and how we connect with our fans. And we're showing off a site we've done for The Expanse called End of the Future, and it's a really, really cool sort of 3D interface, and it runs on phones, tablets, and desktop, but it's really, really slick, really immersive. Feels like an app, but it's actually something you could access anywhere. So we have it running on a couple of touch screens to show off how cool it looks. And this is something that's a companion for every episode of the show. You can follow the characters as they go from different settings, and it helps you to sort of keep track of the entire complex world of the show in a really fun, interactive way.
Yep. Yeah, and the beauty of everything is that our fans have come to expect from us that that we be on the cutting edge of technology and that we adapt to these things. So we just do our best to give the fans what they want and to be on the platforms that they're using and they're passionate about, and hopefully that that passion is rewarded and probably brings the show to viewers that may have not heard about it before.
Yeah, and so it's all about really extending this experience, so you can experience The Expanse as a toy on your desk, the lights in your living room, do a virtual reality fly through with some of the spacecraft and the space stations, and interact with the world via the website. The thing we're really proud of about all of this, although we love showing it off here, and we've got some really fun activations here on the show floor. You can go home and do any of this on your computer, with your 3D printer, with your lights, and that's really our mantra. Is we want to make sure that we're doing really cool experimental things, but things that are shipping and you can actually use right away.
Yeah. None of this is proof of concept. All this is available now, and you can go home tonight. If the Expanse was on tonight and you had Philips Hue bulbs, you can fire up the Sync app and get the experience right away.
So you can just go to syfy.com/theexpanse to get more information on any of this and to experience a lot of it.
Yep, and then to download the apps like SyFy Sync or Expanse VR, you can visit syfy.com/apps for more information.